Coach, gaano ka-importante itong laro to sa inyo ngayon against Toyota?
Ay, lahat ng laro, basta kalaban Toyota, masyado importante sa Crispa. Dahil yan ang mabigat na kalaban ng Crispa, pirme.
Hindi, Coach. Kanya ako rin naitanong yung, alam ko talagang kahit kailan kayo maglaban ng Toyota, talagang importante para sa Crispa. Kanya ako rin naitanong yung gaano ka-importante dahil ang posisyon nyo ngayon medyo parang you really have nothing to lose except of course prestige, no? Which means na matatalo kayong 3 diretso. By winning tonight, you will not only prevent Toyota from winning 3 in a row over you, but at the same time, you will go direct to the finals, di ba?
That's right, Jun. Yan ang isang kailangan namin, itong laban na to. Dahil pagka matalo pa kami, na pangatlong talo na sa kanila, tatabla pa sila, magkakaroon pa ng playoff para doon sa number 2 slot na kailangan namin. Dahil mahirap ngayon na sabihin mong hindi ka mabay at lalabang ka pa sa isang team na either number 3 o number 4, number 5, number 6 na yun 2 out of 3 lang. Sa 2 out of 3, minsan kang matsambahan ng kalaban mo masyadong mabigat na para sa makabawi.
Coach, natalo kayong 2 beses sa Toyota, both by 1 point, no? And I'm sure pinag-aralan niyo yan sa tape. Meron ba kayong special strategy ngayon para sa kayong laro niyo ngayong gabi?
Wala, Jun. Maasa na lang kami sa law of averages. Kailangan naman manalo kami.
That's Coach Baby Dalupan. Thank you very much.
You know, Steve, these are the interviews that I would like to hear the morning after. And they've been going at it right at the start of the jump ball, and Mon Fernandez broke the ice with 2 free throws because of a foul caused by Mamaril.
Let's take a look at the comparative statistics. You can see amazingly only 2 points separating the 2 ball clubs after 2 games. Both victories by Toyota have been by 1 point. You could see the rebounding has been very close. Everything between the 2 teams has been very close. And Crispa has been committing the more turnovers. Toyota usually commits a lot of turnovers because they like to run with the game. But in the last outings of Crispa and Toyota, Crispa has been the one that's been throwing the ball away.
Good hustle there by Tuadles, and Mon Fernandez doing his thing. Mamaril, who started out already as 3 fouls.
Well, you know, Pingoy, we see Mon Fernandez. He's been playing so brilliantly for Toyota, and I'm sure Guidaben will be in the ball game very shortly, and Guidaben and Fernandez are going to have a great confrontation this evening.
And as we said, the start of this ball game, more important, it is for Toyota to win this game. We have a jump. It will be Tuadles and Cobalde.
Well, Pingoy, let's not forget that both teams, Toyota and Crispa, are riding 2-game losing streaks. Toyota has lost to San Miguel and Gilbey's, and Crispa has lost to Mariwasa and San Miguel.
Cross pass at the Big J. Here's Mon Fernandez on a running shot. Score at the moment, Toyota 4, Crispa 2. Tuadles getting his first foul. We just started the first quarter, and we have a big crowd. Filled to the rafters, more than 20,000 people. Here is the scorer. Cristobal on a fake drive. Cesar bubbling it.
Well, you know, Philip Cesar has been very weak in his last few ball games. He has not been able to get on track. Earlier in the season, Pingoy, Cesar was playing very well. Lately, he hasn't been doing so hot.
Tuadles saves it. Coons. Here is Arnaiz before he could really move closer. Gets tagged by Cristobal. First foul on by Cristobal.
In Toyota's first victory over Crispa, it was a 1-point affair. It was a pretty low-scoring ball game. In the second outing, Toyota won. It was a much higher-scoring ball game. It was 129 to 128.
You know, their first 2 outings, as Steve mentioned, just been a 1-point victory for Toyota. And Baby Dalupan has said that he's depending on the law of averages. Hagen.
Well, it's good to see Glenn Hagen being offensive-minded in the early part of the ball game. Usually Glenn Hagan makes his move in the third quarter, but tonight he's going to go on offense from the beginning.
He could do it because last time out he had 28 points. Mamaril's height made full use by Crispa here. It's a deadlock at 4-all. Mamaril has already rebounded 5 times. The Big J on a drive and draw, and this time the referee slaps a foul on him, charging on Philip Cesar.
And let's take a look again. It was an excellent call by the official. Cesar getting good position, and Jaworski doesn't like the call.
And you can't do that to Cesar. That's why he's the scholar. He's not only brainy, magulang pa, as they would say in the vernacular. Mautak na, magulang pa. Mon Fernandez towering over that. Underneath, good pass, and Tuadles completing.
Well, so far, Crispa has yet to develop any particular offensive pattern. They're just swinging the ball from side to side, and whoever has the shot's going to go for it.
It's 6-4 at the moment. Crispa down by a basket, just by a basket. It's 8 minutes and 33 seconds. We are in the first quarter. Hagan losing it. And Arnaiz very quick to snatch it. The Big J coming off Tuadles.
Let's watch Crispa on offense. Mamaril is staying far away from the basket so that Mon Fernandez must follow him, and that'll leave room for the Crispa players in the shaded area.
Arnaiz is on Hagan.
And Jaworski's been getting a lot of offensive rebounds so far.
Kunz. Here is Hagan. He's great on one-on-one. It's counted. Hagan will bring out his moves. First foul on Arnaiz.
It's so fast that even the slow motion man couldn't keep up with Glenn Hagan. That's what they call continuation. If the player is fouled in one fluid motion to the basket, they count the basket and he gets an additional free throw.
So far, we're having a great game, a beautiful game. It's 8-7. Toyota by 1, just by 1 point. Here is Kunz. He slides. He could be hurt. Play stop. Kunz is okay. He's stretching his back.
Let's take a look at that. Even on slow motion, it's quick.
Kunz could have been hurt, but he's okay. He's tough. He's watching Cesar. The scholar does it.
Well, he certainly got the better of Donnie Ray on that shot.
First time that Crispa's led. 1 point, 9-8, 7 minutes and 15. First quarter. Mon Fernandez. Oh, he can outplay Mamaril on this one. Mamaril will need help. Technical foul called against Hagan.
Well, the imports usually get called for that technical on defensive alignment. Hagan was not near his man. He was shading into the middle. He was going to help Mamaril if Fernandez got past him, and the referee very alertly made the call. And I want to note that Mamaril is playing a very fine game against Mon Fernandez.
Oh, good steal. It's 3 against 2, and we find Hobalde. Big J on a rainbow attempt. He keeps it. Tuadles. Good move.
And it's good to see Tuadles back in action.
We have a tie at 11-all. Warding off. Foul called against Hobalde. He got trapped in the baseline.
Pingoy, based on the applause, you think there's more Crispa fans here or more Toyota fans?
It's almost even. And by God, this is more than 20,000 fans. And they're going to have a great game. Hagan to Mamaril. Mamaril making no mistakes.
Nice play. Nice pass from Cesar to Hagen to Mamaril.
Crispa's on top by 2. Air ball on Coons.
And Sonny has gotten about 5 rebounds so far this evening.
Bad pass on Jaworski. He thought that Anais was going to move a little bit closer. Pass was too wide. Crispa's on top by a basket. Home run pass. Twadless. Cristobal is there. The experience of Twadless. He can really break his arm and release when he goes down.
See, Crispa must try to get a couple of offensive rebounds, and that might prevent Toyota from fast breaking. But if Toyota is going to be allowed to control the defensive boards, their fast break is going to be awesome.
Second deadlock at 13-all. Here's Sagan on the handoff to Ubalde. Loose ball foul called against Cristobal.
Well, they called a loose ball foul on Cristobal. We have a timeout. We'll be back. Let's take a look at that slow motion play where Cristobal was called for the foul. Now you can see Cristobal. He's on the left of your screen. He actually bumped his own man, and that's why Cristobal was complaining to the referee. You're allowed to foul your own man.
Well, what the referee saw, the right arm of Cristobal pushing Coons and the left arm warding off Mamaril. Good hit by Fernandez. 7 points already for Mon. Hagan, magnificent.
And Toyota was a little bit late in helping out.
Jaworski saves it over to Coons. It's counted. You know, Steve, I read in this morning's paper in the column of Fred Luarca about this conversation on his ride. But before that, watch his slow-mo.
We could see Coons hesitating before, and Cesar, very good ball player, faked out, and there was very little contact on the play.
The point of the conversation in the column of Fred was some fans are missing the basketball and followed up by boxing. I don't think that's really desirable because, you know, with the possibility of players being fined and they're playing for pay and the players maturing, I think the fans in general really enjoy a good classic game. Take a look at this offense of Toyota. Good defense coming out of Crispa.
Yes, Bingo, I definitely agree with you. I don't feel that boxing in a basketball game is something that the fans really want to see. And look how many fans we have here. You know, I understand there used to be a lot of brawls in the PBA and a lot of fighting on the court. And this year we have not seen any. And that just leads to tell me that the players are getting more mature. They're concentrating on playing basketball, not on fighting, and the fans appreciate that. We have about 24,000 people here watching a game of finesse.
And this is certainly evidenced by the growing number of fans in so many teams. Look at the following from San Miguel and Gilbis Gin and Luto. Look at the defense there, very tight. And Toyota has to earn their basket. They can get a steady, clear shot. Crispa keeps on harassing.
Well, this is a very physical game, Pinball. And both teams want to win. It's very evident even in the first few minutes of the ball game. So physical, so much action.
That's right, Steve. It is physical, but not dirty. It's a good classic game.
Yes, it's really an example of two teams playing with desire and determination, and they're concentrating on playing ball. They're not arguing with the officials, and they're not fighting with the other team.
And the size of this crowd is a manifestation about the growing following. You saw it, the camera panned a little while back, and we do have a good crowd, and I'm sure those of you at home are enjoying this classic game between Toyota and Crispa. And whatever happens here, the morning after, they'll be talking about it.
Well, Pingoy, what's so important is that this year in the PBA, there's more than a Crispa-Toyota rivalry. There's a San Miguel-Crispa rivalry. There's a Eco Tanduay has a big following. There's a lot of teams that fans are going to now, besides Crispa and Toyota. It's been a great renovation for the PBA this year.
And with that hit of Philip Cesar, we now have Crispa just trailing by a point. 2019, 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Mon Fernandez losing it, but saved by Florencio, just checked in. Here is Mon, making his move. Oh, good tight shot.
And this game is going to be very important for the referees. Let's see how the referees keep this game under control. It's been very physical so far. They have to blow their whistle so that by the fourth quarter, the players maintain their composure.
And goaltending called against Coons.
I think he stuck his hand through the rim to block that one.
What a way.
Let's take a look on the slow motion. Yes, his hand was through the rim.
And Crispa is over the limit. They are on team foul trouble. Toyota on top by just one, 22-21. 2.5. Coons using the window.
And you know, we have Danny Florencio trying to cover Glenn Hagan. A very tough assignment for Danny.
But I'm sure Danny Florencio will give his 100%. He will stick to his assignment. A nice already a resumption of play. We find Fernandez making his move underneath.
And Mamaril coming up with a nice block with the aid of Philip Cesar. You know, Pingoy, even though Toyota is ahead so far in the ball game, that's been the story of Toyota. They've been playing well for about 2.5 quarters, and then they run out of steam. Let's see tonight if they're able to sustain this type of momentum for 48 minutes.
Well, the last time that they played and Toyota won by 1 point. Incidentally, Kidaben is in the game. He could turn it around for Crispa. 3 seconds called against Crispa. You remember that game when Toyota won 129-128. Toyota scored 32 points on the first quarter, and then they dropped to 25. So that is the inconsistency, because they picked up a 37 and 35 on the third and fourth quarter. So there is a quarter that they really dropped down.
Yes, to win this ball game tonight, both teams are going to have to play consistently for 4 quarters.
Here is Mon Fernandez. The big J. Coons tipping it, jumping over the head of Kidaben, who was also up in the air.
Oh, what a tremendous play. Let's watch Coons, because nobody boxes him out. Tuadlas will miss the shot. Nobody boxes Coons out. Kidaben, figuring that he's tall enough to get the rebound by himself, did not box anybody out.
Toyota on top by 5 points, 26-21. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. First quarter. Ubalde in possession. Kidaben right there underneath.
You know, a lot of people say that Kidaben is in the running for the MVP award. Tonight we'll see what he can do against Mon Fernandez. 2 contestants for the MVP.
And they're guarding each other. Coons jammed there by Cesar and took steps. Crispa is over the limit. They're in team foul trouble. Florencio sticking to Hagan. Hagan makes his move. Foul called against Danny. Jaworski was trying to help out there, because Hagan can really make you look bananas.
Well, they're trying to isolate Glenn Hagan alone on one side, but the Toyota players are very aware of Glenn Hagan's moves.
A little too tight a guarding there on Florencio. Both teams now are over the limit. Second foul on Danny Florencio. A nice initially guarded Hagan, and quickly he got 3 fouls. Capo had to rest him for a while.
Well, in their first outing, Glenn Hagan shot very poorly from the foul line, and that was a big difference in that ball game. But Glenn is a very good foul shooter, and he gets fouled a lot, so it's important that he hits his free throws.
Well, it's in this conference that it became a little bit inconsistent because of the CBA where he plays. Good hit by Fernandez. He was rated as one of the top foul shooters.
Yes, top 5.
Both teams over the limit. Cristobal goes through. It's a jump. Hagan and Tuadlas.
And so far, the referees have been doing a very good job, Pingoy. They've been making their calls very quickly, not allowing time for the players to argue the call.
Last touch was Kidaben. Toyota on top by 4 points, 28-24. 31 seconds to go.
And for Francis Arnaiz fans, Francis is on the bench with 3 personals.
Danny has it. Inside to Coons. He could have taken there, but he went the other side, and Cesar was there waiting for him. Cristobal. In and out. 9 seconds to go. Jaworski knows it. Inside pass to Danny. Too strong. Cristobal stepping on the baseline.
And they'll have 1 second to try to score. Very quick shot here. No time to think.
Normally you will do an alley-oop pass here to Coons, but Cesar is there and he's smart. He's no scholar for nothing. Bad inbound, hit the side of the board.
And the ball will go over to Crispa with 1 second left. The clock does not move until the ball hits the player's hands.
Forward pitch. Disinfected for Jobalde. Fernandez knew exactly what to do. 28-24. We have a message for you.